Okay, and I just want to review very quickly the 8 pieces of evidence which I have mentioned. Number 1, I talked about bees, how the Quran correctly said that it is a female bee which leaves the house. Number 2, I talked about a city named Iram, which no one has heard until 1978, and this city was mentioned in the Quran, and archaeologists dug up this city. And they found out, the archaeologists dug up a city named Ebla, and they found out that a city named Iram did exist. Number 3, barriers between the seas, as this was clearly stated in the Quran. Number 4, barriers between salt and fresh water. Number 5, that the bottom of the ocean, it is complete deep darkness after, of course, 1,000 meters. Number 6, the Quran clearly pointed the lowest point on earth by using a word adna ard, which one of the meanings is lowest point. Number 7, the Quran clearly stated that iron did not come from earth, rather God said we sent down iron, meaning it came from some external source, which is exactly what scientists today tell us. And number 8, the Quran clearly stated that the sun and the moon have an orbit. And that's exactly what scientists today tell us. Here is the point to be noted. From the very beginning, I already stated that, yes, just because you have a scientific statement in the book, that does not automatically mean that it is from the Word of God. I, in fact, gave all the 8 different scenarios in the algorithm. I would like for everyone to turn to the algorithm, and I went one step beyond that, and I cited you all of the 8 possible human explanations for each and every single one of these verses. Having said all of that, I would just like to bring up another point here. I'm going to kind of share with you a small little story here, and I think because from this small story, I think it's going to give us some valuable lessons. So I'm kind of going to get off topic here, but it's very much directly related to what we're talking about. Now, I was on TV, I was watching TV, and I was watching, a murder trial. I'm just going to make it like a mock murder trial. There was a man accused of killing his girlfriend. First, and there were many pieces of evidences that the prosecutors had against him. There are 6 pieces of evidence. First, he claimed that he was going to kill his girlfriend, number 1. Number 2, he actually bought a knife the same week that his girlfriend was stabbed, and it was the same type of knife. Number 3, he was last seen with her 1 hour before her death in a fight, and he was pushing her into the car. Number 4, blood was found in his car also. Number 5, he claimed that he mysteriously lost the knife that he just bought a couple of days before. Number 6, the very same day of the murder, he said to a local friend that I'm going to take care of her so that she will never bother anyone again. Okay, so anyways, here's my point. There's no question in anyone's mind that this man is clearly guilty of the murder of this woman, and there is no court around in the entire world that would not prosecute this man and send him to jail based upon this evidence. I don't think there's any question about that inside anyone's mind. But what if he tried to plead innocent? What if this man tried to plead innocent? I don't think that this man who's done this would ever claim that all of the 6 pieces of evidence given, which I just said, were all a coincidence. And that's a fact. In fact, the explanation is so silly that even the defendant would not offer that, nor would the attorney in a court of law come up on court day and say, yes, all those 6 pieces of evidence is all just an amazing coincidence. Anyways, let me move on to my point here. My point is that we could look at each and every one of these pieces of evidence individually. Remember, this is the key word, individually. And we look